This is story number 8 on the anonymous secret message trend that we started on Facebook. If you've been skipping, please, it's time to stop. In fact, listen to this very one. It's okay if you've skipped all the others, but this one, you should hear it out. It says, please share mine as well. I am 36 and a married woman. I have been married for 11 years now. I have 4 children, and my story is that my biological father is responsible for 3 of these children that I have. Jesus Christ. It all started when I was 21 years old. He walked to me one day crying that things were hard for him and that he was working hard to take me to the university but kept failing. I was to go to school that year. It was a big deal for me. He had assured me that it was going to be possible, and I had my hopes high until the day he broke down in front of me. My mother was away, and I didn't know how to console a crying grown man. So I held him close to my chest. It didn't even occur to me that his head was on my breast. Before I knew it, he pulled out my breast and put it in his mouth, sucking it like a baby and wiping his own tears. Men and breast. But must it even be your own daughter? Why would you fancy your daughter's breast? Why? I got confused. I wondered if or not I should let him stop, but couldn't do anything. He continued by taking his hands down my skirt and putting it in me. Kweku, we ended up having sex that afternoon. To me, it was a mistake. I was feeling sorry, but my father didn't see it as such. He kept coming back for more and more, claiming he couldn't live without it and assuring me that he was going to take me to school that year. What a blackmail. Truly, he sent me to school. I ended things with him, though, but before I completed my first year, I lost my mom. He became a single dad, taking care of me and 3 younger siblings. I was the first. I saw the stress he was going through, so when I come on vacation and he's making advances at me, I couldn't stop him. I felt like I was helping him with my body at that time. It became a norm. I even came home just for that sometimes. It continued until I had someone who truly wanted to marry me when I graduated. My father was okay with it. His only request was that I don't cut him off. And honestly, I couldn't, even when I tried. Okay, so she got addicted to her daddy as well. I got married, and yet I always came to sleep with my father. When I got pregnant with my first child, I thought it was for my husband. But for the second and the third, I knew my father was responsible because I didn't meet with my husband those times. I realized my firstborn was for my father after I personally decided to conduct a secret DNA test on him because he looked just like him. And I was feeling so guilty at some point. The kids look just like him, and I look like him to some extent. So everyone thinks it's a normal thing. Kweku, I lost my father 3 years ago. He was found dead in the room. No one knows what happened to him. Maybe we're facing the camera. Who knows? He was still strong and active. Sometimes I feel it was because of what we were doing. Of course, I got pregnant long after his funeral with my 4th child. So he's the only child that belongs to my husband. I feel so bad. Sometimes I wonder how I would say it to my husband if he ever finds out that the first 3 aren't his. The shame I would face wouldn't be small. So I am intentionally madly obsessed with my husband just to earn his trust, so he never suspects or thinks anything DNA. It's not easy living with this secret, and I have vowed to take it to my grave because I have come to realize it's more than just a big shame to me, my kids as well. Of course, it's a big shame to your entire family and your generations. But does your husband deserve this? If he doesn't, please confess to him.